If you already have a morning routine, but something still feels like it's missing, this video is for you. I'm so excited to share with you that my best-selling book is back, expanded, updated for all of you. Good Morning, Good Life, expanded edition. 5 simple habits to master your mornings and upgrade your life. This is like literally vision board moment stuff. So forgive me while I freak out for the entirety of this video. I didn't think it could get any better with this book. We had the most incredible group of people rally to get me to write this thing 6 years ago for it, 6, maybe even more. And for it to still be tried and true, helping so many people, not just like you, but me. I've been through so much since I wrote this the first time. 2019 was a long time ago for many of us. Life looks a little different. And I think my favorite thing about this is that I have never considered myself a morning person, ever. And I know so many people who haven't and read the book the first time around, and we continue to prove that the framework works if you work it. So I want to talk about all of the ways that life continues to change and our morning routine continues to show up every single day, and maybe we don't love it the way we used to, but how can we make the most of it for where we're headed today? You can get your copy of the expanded version available today wherever you like to buy books. I do highly recommend you go to goodmorninggoodlife.com and make sure you redeem the bonuses so that you get all the sweet, lovely Good Morning Good Life things. But let's get into why this one is going to be a game changer for you. First, we need to address the identity problem. You can have the perfect morning routine and still feel completely lost. This is why I tell everyone becoming a morning person should not be the goal. Your vision should be so big that it's crazy, makes you feel a little bit scared, and yet is so fulfilling of a journey that it makes you want to get up every day. That's ultimately how a non-morning person becomes a morning person. The purpose is bigger beyond that first cup of coffee. Although we do love that first cup of coffee a lot. Starting the day on your terms is just the beginning. It's not the whole story. Just because you have a great morning routine does not mean you have it all figured out. Sometimes you go through a season that the mornings are continuing to fire because you mastered that routine, you mastered that habit, you continue to do it. It's a natural state for you. You don't have to go back and look at your notes and what's my morning routine again? You don't have to do that. But other things have changed, and therefore the purpose it served for you before isn't resonating as much. When that's the case, I usually hear from especially ambitious women, I need help with my time management, or I don't feel like I can focus. And to that I say, show me your calendar and I'll show you your priorities. We take on a lot. We are so busy proving our capability that we get a lot of things to do because people are like, wow, you're really good at that. Here you go. And we keep saying yes, and we keep saying yes. And before you know it, it fills up the calendar. And if you have a lot of things that you got to do today that you don't want to do that much, are you going to jump out of bed to do your morning routine just so you can be a better person for everyone else's requests? Yeah, me either. This is where you start to lose your identity because you forgot to put your own mask on first, just like they say on the airplane. On the airplane, they say, listen, you might have somebody who's a little bit more vulnerable, younger, and less experienced next to you. But you need to put your mask on first to make sure you keep your wits about you so that then you can help anyone else within reach, within reason. The morning routine is an opportunity to make good on a promise to yourself. What's the promise to you? How do you align with that identity every day? That's why we want to wake up. That's why we want to do the thing. That's why we want to take on the day that's going to challenge us a little bit, because we signed up for that friction and we actually look forward to it. It's funny how we continue to evolve and actually look around and realize, oh, I have a lot of things that I wanted before. Look how powerful I am. I made these kids. I made this house. I made these videos. I have a lot of power to me. And then they resulted in more opportunities and expansion. And some of that expansion wasn't always expected, but we just navigated it. And you end up with a lot of obligations, some of which you just kind of happened into. We have to be honest about what we said yes to, that we didn't realize the consequences of, and what we want to learn from that. Just because something fell into your life from a season doesn't mean it has to stay, especially if it wasn't part of the deal that you wanted. Believe me when I say, as someone who mastered mornings, wrote a book about mastering mornings, and then continued on through life and rewrote the book on mastering mornings, that you can have the perfect morning routine and still feel like a stranger to yourself. If you are in that moment, find out why. Decide it's not good enough. Don't blame your mornings. Don't blame your evenings. Blame your reason. Decide it's not good enough to stick around, choose differently, and move on. Now, once you start to re-identify with yourself and what's important to you, you're gonna wanna know, like, well, what should my morning routine actually look like if I'm starting the day on my terms? And for that, I have a very, very simple process. My morning's not gonna look the same as yours, even if you read the same book. It's not prescriptive. There are just 3 morning moments I want you to have. Even if one of them only takes 30 seconds, you will have time to do them all if you do so intentionally. The first morning moment is movement. When you get out of bed, you start to tell your body like, hey, we gotta get going here. Like, no more sleep, move the legs. What do you do to move the body? Now, I have gone from, I don't work out in the morning, it's not my thing, I don't even have a gym membership, to I go to a gym outside of my home at 4 o'clock in the morning. That's weird. But that is how I have engineered where I am in this season of my life. I don't recommend it for everyone. I really don't recommend it for everyone. A lot of people, it makes absolutely 0 sense. It makes sense for me right now. That's my movement. My old movement used to just be, I'm gonna go wash my face and move the muscles around. Wake up, face, that was enough for me. Do some stretching, do some dry brushing. That's what I saw Cindy Crawford does in her morning routine recently. There's movement that you can do to just wake up the body, and that's enough. If that's enough for you, it's enough for me. That's all you gotta do. Mindfulness. Mindfulness is all about choosing what you absorb first. I like to think my own thoughts first thing in the morning until it doesn't get good. Until it's like, you wanna check Instagram? No, I don't. Now I'm gonna choose differently. Okay, now I'm going to choose something spiritual. I'm going to choose to read. I'm gonna listen to affirmations. I'm gonna do something to make sure that my mind is focused on something positive, something focused, something productive. It could take 2 minutes. You could sit down and read for half an hour. It's totally up to you. But do something to be intentional about what enters your mind first thing rather than defaulting to anything else. This is usually the tough thing for parents. Parents are like, well, my kid comes and wakes me up. Sometimes that's the season we're in. There's nothing you can do about it. When I had a newborn, waking me up every 2.5 to 3 hours wasn't intentionally listening to affirmations first. Girl, you need to wait for the milk. I'm gonna listen to these. No, that's not gonna work. You do the best you can. But now I know just a little bit earlier I need to wake up so that my little ones, who are older than that now, are more likely to be sleeping at that time. That's what matters to me. You have to decide how you are mindful. It's up to you. You're the adult in the room. You get to choose. You get to make the rules. This is why I don't recommend grabbing the phone necessarily unless you're very good and intentional about going directly to where you want to go, the Bible app or whatever. Most people will grab it, see notifications, check notifications. That is not mindfulness. That is defense. As soon as you start the day, you're on defense. That doesn't sound good to me. And finally, there's mastery. Mastery is all about what you wish was better in your life. What do you wish you were doing? Where do you wish you were working? What do you want your life to look like? How are you making that a stronger skill set for you? Even if it doesn't even have to be a paying job, it could just be a passion project. Go work on your knitting to start the day. It makes you feel closer to yourself because you said you wanted that and you proved to yourself that you would do it before anything else. If you did all those 3 things, very intentionally, planned in advance. You could probably find a way to do it in 15 minutes if you really wanted to. I like more time for my morning routine. That's just who I am because I like the steps I take now, which is how we ended up in a 4 a.m. situation. I like my morning routine a lot. Can you tell? I do. I can't help myself. Like, I want you to buy the book, but I have a little bit of a cheat sheet for you. If you go into the description, check out my Shine Master List. It's a teaser for that section of the book. You can get an idea of what we're talking about here. And it gives you suggestions for the different things that you could consider for your 3 morning moments: movement, mindfulness, and mastery. Check that out. You are not selfish for having a morning on your terms. You're strategic, you're iconic, you're ambitious, you are in alignment, and you are setting an amazing example for anyone who knows you, especially those who live under your roof. And speaking of that, I just want to make sure that you are aware that this isn't a morning routine, this isn't an Instagram moment, this is your first promise. This is the promise you make yourself. This is the promise you follow through on for you. And the people around you will come to respect that, and you'll know, not because they give you congratulations, not because they say, wow, you're so great. A lot of people will actually tell you that in opposite terms. Ooh, why would you do that? Ugh, oh my God, I would never do that. Where'd you go, mommy? Mommy went to the gym. They will ask you questions, they will find it weird. But what if you decided what was normal in your world, under your roof, in your day-to-day? Are you looking around and seeing other people who influence you with a little bit of weirdness and make you go, I could take a little bit of that weirdness and use it. I could borrow some of that. What if you were that person for others? Whenever I'm having a day where my kids have thrown things off, the kids I begged for in this life, I just say, well, if I can't be alone for the perfect morning routine, that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. That means they get to see it in action. And if I'm having a morning routine, so are they. Here's what I'm doing. What are you doing? Bianca, what's your mindful moment? Sienna, what's your movement? Oh, that's right. You're 2. You have a very easy time figuring out movement. Think of it as you being the leader and you setting the standard. Then you won't be so worried about how does this put everyone out. It's about how you're lifting everyone up. If I have learned anything from my life, it's that I hate making decisions. So whenever there is a decision that can be made once and be done with it, I find an opportunity. My morning routine is simply a decision I don't want to wake up and make every day. I want it to have already been made. I want it to be as simple as the follow through. If you want your life to change, look for the most important decisions that you need to make, and the ones that should only be made once, call it. And the ones you need to get better at being able to navigate because you can't control them as they come along, your mornings are going to make you stronger for that. Thank you so much for absolutely everything you've done to support this book over the years. It means more than you could ever imagine that we are re-releasing it in this new expanded form in a way that I couldn't have served you with in 2019. Today, it is exactly how it should be and delivered to you at the perfect time. Find out all of the details you want to know at goodmorninggoodlife.com. And please, please, please tag me when you get it so I can see it in your hands, because there's absolutely nothing better than that as an author. That's all for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it as always. Remember, subscribe for good vibes, kiss the ones you love, and go after the life you want. Cheers.